The Cooper Review is the most comprehensive review of Australia's superannuation system we've seen in decades. It's being conducted in 3 phases. The first one was on the governance of the super system, phase 2 was on operation and efficiency, and phase 3 was on structure and, very importantly, self-managed superannuation funds. We've already seen a preliminary report come out on phase 1 governance, and we're hoping for preliminary reports on phases 2 and 3 in the near future. The final report is due to come down by June this year, 2010. One of the important things to come out of the Cooper Review has actually already occurred, and that was the statistical summary on self-managed superannuation funds. This document actually debunked a lot of the myths surrounding self-managed superannuation funds and showed this segment to be a strong, robust and valuable sector of the superannuation industry. There are around 772,000 members in approximately 420,000 funds, and these funds look after 31% of the total assets in superannuation. So they've really shown that they are the most appropriate vehicle for many Australians to save for their future retirement. One of the other things we'd like to see come out of the Cooper Review is to promote stability back into the superannuation industry. We really need to engage Australians or encourage Australians to engage in their superannuation so they've got the confidence that the rules aren't going to be so vastly different when they go to retire. One of the other big issues in superannuation at the moment is excess contributions tax. Back in May 2006, the federal government announced some changes to superannuation that were actually really quite beneficial for many retirees. Some of these changes were around tax-free benefits for people over the age of 60 and the removal of reasonable benefits limits, which meant that there was no longer restrictions on the amount that you could pull out of superannuation at concessionally taxed rates. Because of this, the government also introduced contribution caps, so that effectively limited the amount of money that people could put into superannuation in the first instance. Part of the legislation was that when these caps were breached, an excess contributions tax applied. The way the legislation's worded at the moment is that there is the potential for a 93% tax liability to be imposed on excess contributions. The Institute has made some recommendations around this issue, and the first one being a refund of contributions where people have exceeded their contribution caps. There could also be some amendments to other tax laws to ensure that excess contributions don't occur in the first instance. And one of these could be around ensuring that everybody has the ability to top up their employer superannuation contributions and claim a tax deduction for superannuation contributions up to the caps in the first instance.